this is my wooden sewing box, and this is the design with the embroidered panel, which is the wild roses, which I think is just so pretty. And these boxes are great. They're so spacious. You can get all sorts of other projects within there that you've actually created. But this month I've got something really special. I'm very happy. So for embroiderers, and for those of you that maybe just want to add a little bit of embroidery, or in fact none at all. If you had the housewife recently, you'll be familiar with these panels. We have the flowers and we've got the birds as well in the two colours, and I just think it looks absolutely amazing, doesn't it? I mean, just look how gorgeous that looks. It's just fabulous. So I just want to again just quickly show how to put it together, and then I've got another method as well. So for this one, it's painted, as you can see, with the chalk paints. So when you're painting your panels, try not to get paint within the inner edges, because that's just gonna add bulk, and it's a snug fit in there anyway. So what I've done is I've got the innie and the outie. Make sure that you've got them going the correct way. You'll find that it's the way it's cut. One goes in more difficult and the other one will go in a lot more easily. And then when you've established which is which, if you then pop a little arrow so that you can line it up, it just makes life a little bit easier. I've got the panel that I'd like to go in there. So I'm going to lay that down, take that back out again, and just position it where I'd like it. Yep, happy with that. And my arrows, quick check, that way up. I've also matched the way the MDF's cut as well to make it easier. Now, you may well be able to push these in by hand. Just going to make sure that's, yeah, happy with that. Or I tend to find that I'm not all that strong, and I do need a little bit of help with a hammer. So just going to make sure that it's nice and tight and in the right place. And I'm actually just going to use a little taps. I think that's actually in. That's lovely. What I'll do then is I'll probably cut that down a little bit, and perhaps even glue the fabric out. It'll keep it nice and flat, and it'll keep it well in place. And then all you need to do then is to attach it to your box. I just think it looks amazing. So that's that method. Let me just pop that out of the way. But then, and I've got this one too now. This one is padded, and it's just so lush. It's really, really tactile, and this is the cream variation, and I think it looks great with a sort of natural coloured box. So I'm going to show you how I've done that. So I've got my box there. Let's just pop that to the side. So I'm going to use one of the smaller panels. So I've got the smaller, and there we go. So actually I'm not going to use this bit, so I could do something else with that, a little bit of mixed media maybe. What I do need is some wadding before I immediately get rid of it. And then all I need to do is I need to just draw around this inner panel on my wadding. Let's be a bit more frugal there. Now, you don't want really dense wadding for this, because you've got to press the fabric over and you've got to get it to attach. So when you cut it out, actually the wadding that I've got here is a light wadding, and this is perfect. It's really inexpensive, but it's great for this. So cut your wadding out, and then the end of the box that you're going to use. So if we use this one, what you're going to do is you're going to pop the aperture on where it's going to go, and then you need a little bit of double-sided tape. Now this is, it's actually, as double-sided tape goes, it's absolutely rubbish because it's not very sticky. However, it's perfect for this. So if you've got some that's past its sell-by date, like this one, it's a lovely one to use if you can get the backing off. This could take a while. Oh, very nicely. It's not going to come off. Come on. Okay. Let's start it from this end and see if we get on any better at this end. I think we might need one of those videos where it goes off and plays music and then comes back to you 20 minutes later. Anyway, we've got one there. I was going to go for two, but I'm going to stick with the one now. So it's only to keep your wadding in place. So let's make sure our wadding's in that aperture, which I think it is. And then we're going to leave that there. What you need to do then is to get your panel. Just going to put that to the side because it's a bit bulky. And you're going to lay your frame over your panel. And you turn it over and you're going to glue it. You're going to cut off this excess and you're just going to glue it on there. Excuse me, don't pull it really taut, it's unnecessary. Just lay it on because obviously it's going to have that behind it, so it needs a little bit of extra give. And when it's dry, this is the bird's one, you're going to then have this. And then all you need to do then is you need to attach it where it's supposed to go, and it's going to go over your wadding, and your wadding is going to pop through the aperture there. Now, what I did find, this looks amazing, however it's quite tricky to glue. So what I did was I used some double-sided tape and then some wet glue as well, and it did require quite a lot of weight on top to get it to attach. So I found punches were really useful for this. So you need to keep that in place, unless you've got some quick grabbing glue, which would be amazing, until the glue's actually dried. But I just think it's worth it because you get such a great effect with this. So I hope you enjoyed using that.